No, it's just moist.
Yeah, that'll be our opener.
No, I'd rather it not be.
Moist.
But
they say moist a lot.
Moist.
Steve, does the word moist make you uncomfortable?
Succulent.
Moist.
Moist.
Okay, let's continue.
My people are used to it. Oh, self-depreciating racism.
Love it.
Oh my God. Alrighty. So, welcome, boys, to another episode of Hotline Hangout, an excuse for friends to get together and chat.
Don't at me.
Don't at me, bro.
Don't at me.
My name is Shane, and I will be your host along with my fellow co-host, my buddy, my pal.
Hey, it's Murphy.
Doesn't go by his first name anymore.
It's your boy Murphy.
And we are joined by our not-so-technical tech support, Jimmy G.
Jimmy James. King James.
King James. Alrighty.
Thank you for all you've done of setting up this lovely place.
Fucking up the last episode,
Hey,
2
Shane.
episodes ago.
Quick question. Where are we today?
We are at the beautiful Caesars Windsor with a scenic view of the riverfront. I've actually never stayed on this side before.
Yeah, not have I.
I always stay on the other side.
What's the other side called? Leviathan?
No,
I don't know.
they're all the same. It's just
Whatever.
that side faces west.
Well, yeah, because I was going to say, like, we could have just said Caesar. People could have just, like, had this idea, like, wow, you guys went to California?
I think Las Vegas.
That we did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
should've done
Yeah,
that.
is it California? Yeah,
We are at-
Las Vegas.
We're actually at Caesars Las Vegas.
Yes.
We should definitely go to Las Vegas.
Yeah, and have a podcast
Yeah,
there.
and it would
Man,
be
imagine
like,
flying all this shit across the, like, in a different country.
that would be kind of, well, a little bit of a risk, basically. So depending on where you go, imagine if you lost all your shit on the airlines.
Dude, okay, so me and James packed all of this shit into the car and put it all in the car. It was like kind of a hassle because obviously we don't want to forget anything.
Okay.
So we packed it all into the car, loaded into the car, get to the casino. We pull into a line that says not valet. It says like drop off line. And I'm like, oh, okay, simple enough. I'm gonna just drop all this stuff off, get one of those carts. And I asked the lady, I was like, hey, like, does this, I was like, can I grab one of these, like, you know, those like luggage,
Those little
puller, those little trolleys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's like, oh yeah. And then they show up with it. Like everybody's like super helpful. Like, you know, like when somebody works somewhere and they're like too friendly.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, and like these people are all coming up to me and they're like, oh, you're in the valet line. You need to move over here. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then I get out of the car again and there's like this lady. She's like opening up my car and stuff. And like, meanwhile, I'm sitting here like kind of not nervous, but like,
Anxious?
I don't want people watching me like load a bunch of video equipment into a hotel room.
That's
And
looks
meanwhile,
sketchy as
Yeah, I know. This lady comes up and she's like taking it out of the car and she's like, la-di-da. And I'm like, wait a sec, like, can I push this up to the room or like, do you have to do it? And they're like, no, I have to do it. And I'm like, whoa, we're loading about $30,000 worth of things off to a stranger with a cart. Like, you sure work here? Like, you know, I've seen like people like wearing a uniform and like getting away with stuff.
bunch of like con artists or whatnot.
So
Can you imagine with like that's insured, by the way? Look at her in the eyes.
yeah, that's insured.
But yeah,
What's your name, Susan?
So okay, so okay,
That's my name.
so just a good gist. So basically, you act like you go to a certain place. You go where they have valet. You act like they have money, and you get treated like royalty. Got it? Continue.
All right. And they took all of our stuff and I looked at her. I was like, does this cost money? Like, I don't have money. I wanted to do this myself, but I didn't want to carry it. I just wanted to roll it up.
You think she was looking for a tip?
I don't know. Well, probably. I didn't have any cash on me though. I wasn't like looking for anybody to help me with anything. You know, we pay James a quarter. Like, what's my money going for, right?
You pay him for the worth.
So yeah,
Harsh.
oh my God. Yeah, that's about. Well, he did go.
He
how
did
much
screw up
do you
episode
think
2.
it would cost somebody for the cup of water he got? Like, it's like, all right, I want you to walk about 5 miles to get me a cold cup of water.
we got to talk about that, man.
We'll talk
sorry,
about.
I'm sorry to throw you under the bus there. We're going Shane.
Let me just finish this one part.
For sure.
Because like, okay, so the lady hauls off my life savings into a place that I have no idea. She gives me a little card. She spells my last name wrong, even though I spelled it out for her. She put the A before the I. People do that. I don't know why.
Terrible.
And I'm like, holy shit. So we park the car quickly, get out, go back in, and like go up into the room again. And like, there's my shit all in the little trough that I couldn't do myself.
Yeah.
And give them the ticket and say, "This is my name," and they're like, "Oh, is this yours?" And I'm like, "Yup." And
they actually gave you like a little stub or something?
Yeah, they gave me a stub.
Okay, that's kind of cool.
It was like 2 seconds. We had to take different entrances. Like I couldn't go in the same way as my stuff.
She's like, excuse me, sir, this is employees only.
I should have put myself in a bag. Push me up. Yeah, and then so there's this lady, and she's like, "Oh, okay, well, I'm gonna," like, she had to bring it all up to the room with us, right? So we're in the elevator, and like all my film production equipment, and we're going into a hotel room with James.
She's just like ledging it on the bed, and you just like your camera rolls out.
She's like,
okay,
what is all this equipment? And I'm like,
she asked if it was hiking equipment.
Yeah, she said, looks like you guys are coming from a hike. And I'm like, James, you kicked my camera. She's like, it looks like you guys are coming from a hike. And I'm just like, yep. It was a hike to get here.
Why didn't you just tell the truth that you're shooting?
No, we did. Well, not really. I was like, we work with a film production company, and we just didn't want to leave it in the car. But we'll be bringing it out again in 2 hours.
It's like you're like reading the card. It's like, we work for Brazzers. We're shooting an amateur scene here. Hopefully you guys don't mind. Yeah, little. She just like looks at you, looks at James.
She's like, oh, that's nice.
Okay.
She was like very
We're
kind.
gonna need new sheets at the night.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I'm sitting on like something that's like crusty by the end of the night.
Oh no, we have these very formidable chairs.
Yeah, she comes in the morning. She's like snapping the sheets in half. Nasty.
Oh boy.
It's like, child.
Yeah. So, anyways, she gets into the room here, opens up the door. She's got, you know how like people, like when you work in a job, like whatever tools you have, like it kind of like clips onto you.
Okay.
Well, this lady has like belt holsters for like door jams.
Jesus.
And she like clips it into the door, and
just out of her like
out of
holster.
it was like
bam,
like Batman's
right
like utility belt. Like she pulls out a door jam, and
like a little door like stub, like those like crappy little like
no, it was an advanced
like
one. I'd never seen
ones.
this one before. It like goes into the middle of the door and like holds it open. It's fancy. Casino Windsor fancy.
That's right.
And she like starts loading the stuff in, and I'm like, I'll get this, because like, you know, it's really heavy and stuff. Like, imagine I would have made her like move it all in.
Was she at least like kind of like bigger in shape, or because like
she was like an average
I was gonna say
female.
like like
she was,
there's like the equipment alone, it weighs probably like a couple hundred pounds. Like
it weighs more than me.
She's like and she's like lifting everything up. Like that's crazy.
Oh no, I did it. Okay. I didn't let her. Because
pull her back out.
Yeah,
she took like 1 or 2 like laptop bags basically.
Oh, you know what she did too? Okay, so the cactus plant was in a backpack, and she put it sideways.
He just like opens it up and just like soil falls out everywhere. She's just, like,
oh no,
like,
you know
what the hell?
So I don't understand how it happened, but like that, it all stayed in there. There's nothing in my bag.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like it pretty stayed together.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I want to see if it's like glued or something.
Yeah, it's
leave it
glued.
alone.
No, it's
You
not
just have
glued.
like a plastic cover on top of it.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be our carrying companion no matter where we go.
Yeah, you know, when we walk out of here, I'm not putting it back in the backpack.
Just
I'm going to
leave it
carry it out. No, I'm going to carry it out. I'm going to walk out in public with this plant.
Judgmental eyes.
Yeah.
So
what'd you guys do up there? Well, the cactus is still all right. We
can you imagine like, cause she thought it was all hiking equipment and like all this stuff anyways, and so she just kind of looks at you like your little potted plant and like, we stole it. Okay, so with that being said,
the cup of water.
My journey of coming up here was me walking around the building, stopping to go get myself a cup of coffee, and then I came up the escalators, hopped in the elevators, came up, recorded myself coming through. First thing I've been greeting with Shane, he's like, "Where's my water?" Excuse me. So we ended up sending our friend here, James.
No, that's not how it happened, actually. So I knew you were on your way.
Okay.
And so I sent James to get you.
Oh yeah, because like, I
He
didn't.
came
I
back
didn't know
without
that,
you, and you came without water.
Yeah,
and I was like, what the fuck?
You thought like you needed like a swipe card, because like I do see that in the elevator where it's like, oh, you got to swipe, like guest
Maybe
swipe
it's after
here.
certain hours.
It could be probably like after 9 o'clock or something like that, just because, you know, people can get rambunctious and like people like to party in these hotels and everything.
Oh yeah.
Exhibit A, the porno set we got set up. And so anyways, with that being said, it was that he, because I came in and he's just like, hey, James would go down to find you. I was like, well, I didn't know that. Okay, we'll just wait for him to come back up here. Came back up here. You're like, oh, by the way, get me water. Just like,
Oh, I said I
You were like-
didn't
well,
think you
like,
were going to do
James,
that.
yeah.
You came up with coffee, so you
Yeah.
were literally right there.
I was right there, but I didn't know that like you were perched.
Oh,
You
I'm
needed
so
a little
perched.
something. So anyways, yeah. So we blasted James on Discord. We're like, hey, buddy, you're still downstairs, right? He's like, yeah. He's like, where are you? I'm like, I'm here. He's like, oh, in the room? I'm like, yes, I'm in the room. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, on my way. I was like, oh, by the way, grab Shane of water down there. And I was just like, grab a water bottle. He's like, okay.
No, you didn't say water bottle.
It was,
You said water.
I think it's implied.
It's implied. We're
It's
just
like,
gonna
hey.
come with like a cup full of hand of water.
Yeah.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What? That is not what happened.
And with that being said, texted, he got the message. He's downstairs. We were still setting up everything. Well, mostly you. I was just sitting here playing with cables, looking busy, keeping just like, yeah, this is where it goes. So anyways, he messaged back like, was it like 45 minutes afterwards or something? And he's just like, oh.
No, you missed a part of the story. So I came back up and I'm like, oh, there's only ice because I thought the water was like up on this floor. So I'm like, oh, I can only find the ice.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you actually came back up here to like meet us. And then he's just like, oh, wait, did he wanted ice or water? We're like, no, there's water down there. He's like, oh, okay.
And then and then he went back down, right?
Yeah,
I specifically asked him, like, are you talking about like, the casino water? Because I'm like, oh, it's not like the casino. Like, I had a clear mind where it was.
They have like these signature bottles here with like the logo and everything too.
That would have been so nice.
Yeah,
we
that's
grabbed
exactly
like a handful of those.
You just have them like lined up on the table, use product placement. And then, so anyways, yeah, so he's like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, I can go ahead and grab some. He's gone for like 45 minutes. Finally
We had everything set up by the time he came back.
Finally comes back. Oh, go ahead.
This fucking guy walks back in with like a tiny cup of water, just like
It's
just
like a
regular
little
water.
Dixie cup.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was like
oh, I got it from the washroom downstairs. And spilled it out.
Yeah, I scooped it in the toilet, like
Use a little
rinsing
urinal trough.
your mouth out when you're done brushing your teeth.
Oh my
It's like
god,
it's tiny.
Yeah.
It was ice cold though. Like he was
it?
gone for so
Oh,
long.
yeah.
Like I don't understand how it stayed that cold. Good job. Like
Well,
I don't know.
apparently, what took him a little while is he decided to take advantage of the actual downstairs tables.
Oh yeah, he's walking around with this cup of water. I'm probably gonna get like 5 kinds of sick. Like everybody's probably like sneezing and coughing into that, and James just like holding it like, oh, blackjack. Just got a cup of water.
Yeah. So you let's hear your side of the story. So when you were down there, what were exactly were you playing?
Did we get it right? Pretty much.
Was that close to spot on?
It was close. So I have no idea where this water bottle is exact. To be fair, I didn't know it existed. I still don't know if it's true.
No, they're all over the place down there, and like there's like the little bus girls with like the little kiosks and whatnot. They're
Oh
like
yeah,
walking
you
around.
can get free Caesars.
Yeah, they're just like walking around and everything too. So you just kind of help yourself to them,
Not
or they're all like
alcoholic
lined in
Caesars.
the back or whatever.
You see, but like, where's the line in the back?
Or
Like that-
or you could have gone to like any of the 7 bars that are downstairs and just like, hey, can I get a water bottle? They'd be like, yeah. That could have been another thing too, but you know.
Yeah, there's like 1,000 different ways to get
No,
water, and James picked the hardest way.
The Dixie cup way.
I wanted the best water for you, Shane.
Yeah.
I don't want no water
like-
bottle.
I guess
It's like it's been purified. It's been
in the mountains of Fiji. Oh my gosh.
nothing but the finest.
That's why it was so cold.
Yeah. So, yeah, what tables did you hit up when you were down there?
Blackjack.
Did you win anything?
Nope. I went even.
You won even?
I
Okay.
paid 6 hands. Went even.
That's funny. Yeah. So and then finally ended up coming back up here, and
we finished setting up the.
You have nothing to show for it besides a Dixie cup full of water, which Shane is. I'm hopefully grateful.
Well, I was betting so I could pay you back $20 because when I pulled out 100, it gave me $100 bill. I'm like, oh, and I have to bet this. And I kept going to like 110 to 90. I'm like, well, I should try to go to 120, try to go up, and I was floating
That's how they
between
get you.
there.
That's it, sir. I want that in USD, please.
Okay.
Goes back downstairs to
that's
exchange it.
Was it in US?
No. It's just,
Oh,
it's
okay. I was like,
Canadian.
oh damn.
Yeah. But
What do you guys play at like casino? Like what games do you play? Do you play like
Roulette.
yeah, honestly,
And
it's
what was the other one? Oh, I'm not like a big fan of slots, but
Yeah.
they're easy and you don't really need to do too much, and it doesn't matter how you
Slots
win.
are
It just suddenly, I have $100.
just lights, ADD galore. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, honestly, when I'm down there, I usually play blackjack or roulette. Usually my
that's
two
it.
choice.
Oh, I've played craps before. Craps is fun, but
I don't even know how to play that.
it's real easy.
really?
They'll teach you how to play it right at the table.
All I know is just like, let's go for 7s, and that's all I know.
This one time I went there with so I didn't know he was like the Mayor of Essex or whatever that is.
Yeah. Oh my God, this was like
and he was there.
Back,
He basically just sits there and plays craps all day.
Yeah.
Or he used to at least.
Yeah.
And like the one day I came up there and like I didn't know how to play and I lost like $20 or whatever. And then he puts down a 20 and he's like, I'll show you what to do or whatever. And like he's like, don't do that or whatever. And he showed me how to do it. Now like he has a pretty good strategy. He just kind of plays all day and probably doesn't lose very much.
Well, because like I think that was the same gentleman that I seen. I think it was like a year back or something like that. Pretty sure he was like the mayor and everything. Like he just had like a sleeve of like 100 like chips, just like all lined up on his side. I'm like, man, this guy's balling. But damn, why would you like spend that much money just to kind of?
Oh no, I don't think he spends it. I think he just kind of like.
Hopefully he wins.
It's all the taxpayers' dollars. It's all on.
You want to know why they're going through hard times? Exhibit A. It's a conspiracy, damn it.
We're trying to make more money to pave the roads.
Somebody's got to do it.
And I wanted to pocket some of it.
Oh my God. But yeah, like, I don't know. People like, oh my God. One of my favorite things that I've seen downstairs so far is when people were playing like the actual slots. Like you said, they are simple to play, but I sat there once before. This is when I was like relatively new to Windsor. Went to the casino and everything too. And this guy spent more money feeding this slot $100 bills. It was probably like easily like $5,000 worth of like $100. Lost it within like 10 seconds. He just like pulled the lever. Okay, nothing. Pulled the lever, nothing. Pulled the lever, done. And he just like walked away. I was like, dude, like, how, like, damn, like, what's your mindset just to kind of sit there and feed this like machine money, and it means like absolutely nothing to you?
Oh yeah,
and you're just like, damn, like,
yeah, I'm not a gambler at all.
Yeah, because like when I was like doing it, I was just like, Jesus, like, I'm like a suit and everything too, and I was just like, can I have one of those, please? But like, I just sat there and just like, damn, like just sat there and like envy him. Just like, man, like kudos to you.
Yeah. The closest that I come to gambling is my grandma. Every holiday, birthday occasion, everything. She gets me like a lottery ticket.
Oh,
and like, I don't know, man, I won like $25 last time. So
yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to
say
say like she gets it like a little birthday card with like some 50s inside tucked in on there. Like,
no, just lottery
treat
tickets.
Yourself.
Always lottery tickets.
Are they like scratchers or like the actual pulley
Both.
kind?
Oh
really?
No, not Nevada tickets.
Oh.
Imagine Nevada tickets, eh?
Yeah. Oh, that's what they're called, Nevada tickets.
You win like 50 cents and you got to like trek over to some corner store or somewhere. And
man, legit, like my parents back in the day, they used to buy like heavy amount of like those Peelies, Nevada tickets. And like they would win like $500, $1,000, just like miscellaneous, but they would only spend like so much. What do you got there?
I was thinking,
Did you get that from downstairs?
I just had it in my pocket. It was in my car.
God. This is the most appropriate time to scratch that.
We've been here literally like an hour, and he's already like heads deep in like debt.
I've been here for like 2 hours.
Put the house up for mortgage.
I was the guy putting $100 bills in the slot machine. I hope you know.
It's embracing his addiction.
Oh man.
Oh, that's great, man.
Yeah. So
Jamie.
Wow, it's been a long day.
Yeah, it honestly has been. Like, I guess what else did you have to do besides all this? Like, just worked and
my day job.
Yeah.
Until this place starts making money. Oh yeah, we might get some T-shirts.
Oh yeah.
If you'd like a T-shirt, let me know. We might make some.
Good news is, my $4 ticket.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should get 30. How many? 39.
36.
36. Hey, let's get 37 T-shirts. See if we can sell them all.
Hey, well, show this bitch Ari what's up.
We have like 5 listeners. We're gonna sell some T-shirts, boys.
Excuse me, we got quite a few.
Do we?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, we got quite a few.
Well,
even then, with that being said, like definitely at us at I don't know, Twitter. This is the perfect
Hotline
time to play.
Hangout.
Make sure you comment in the YouTube videos. Say if you want one too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that would be a good
comment.
Yeah,
like we get all the notifications. If you would like a T-shirt, let us know.
Hashtag at us.
Hashtag at us. Hashtag T-shirts.
Does that work? Because I know when you say like at us,
Steve
like
Steve just puts things together. Like it works.
Yeah.
Of course, Steve. Anything works for you, right? Yes. You let us take care of it. You just keep saying stuff.
Just look pretty.
I'll just like snap it. Demand ridiculous like things.
37 T-shirts now.
Make it happen.
Wouldn't that be hilarious if we could sell 37 T-shirts?
Oh my god! I'll just like hashtag.
And then we'll at that girl and be like, "Hey, we didn't really plan this out too well, and
and look where it got us.
Yeah,
we broke out even.
Yeah, the logos are pretty cool though.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to share these, but you'll see them.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, buy the T-shirts and then we'll mail them to you, and you can see it's a surprise.
Yeah, there you go. Look at that.
Surprise Hotline Hangout T-shirts.
That's right.
Anyways, Stevie.
Yo.
What have you got for us today?
What do I got for you for today? Where shall we start? I don't know. Where do you want to start, actually?
My goodness.
You hear the popos? Should give it a few seconds, then pass.
Are you guys big into poker? Like Texas Hold'em?
Prostitution or escorts?
What?
Oh, what?
That's the opener.
No, that cannot be it.
Prostitution or hookers?
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just jump right into it. So
let's just jump right into it, folks.
Prostitutes.
It also goes with the same concept. Well, I guess that would be appropriate. We are at a casino, and kind of goes hand in hand.
It's in Windsor. Yeah.
No, damn it, we're in Vegas.
Oh yeah, we're in Vegas.
Yeah, we're playing the pretend.
Oh, what if it would be cool if we got the other side. We got the sunset in the background instead of this beautiful blue,
gloomy blue.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let's go ahead and actually talk about it. So, where do you stand? Justin Bieber versus Tom Cruise.
Man, I don't know.
All my money on Justin Bieber.
Oh, get out of here. I'd honestly go with Cruise.
Cruise is like 56.
He's 56, but he's still agile as hell, man.
But yeah, Cruise is basically just a muscle.
Yeah.
And you know what the weird part is? Mm-hmm. Do you know how tall Tom Cruise is?
5'7".
No, he's like 5 foot tall.
No, he's 5'7", actually.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he's 5'7". Yeah.
Oh,
Did you Google it?
Yeah, I actually Googled it.
No, he signed. There was a petition about it.
It was either 5'8" or 5'6".
5'6.5".
We averaged it out and got to 5'7". But
He's
yeah.
5 foot.
So did you actually read Bieber's little tweet that he kind of posted out there?
Oh yeah, he just like, hey, if you don't reply to this, like, you're a little bitch.
Literally, that was it. Like, it came off so petty. Like, it was just like,
why does he want to
whining.
fight Tom Cruise? Like, did he go see like the newest terrible action flick that he released and was like, you know what, I'm sick of this. I want to fight this guy.
He needs to be fought. Someone needs to do something.
Somebody needs to fight him.
But like, it was, I don't know, man. It was like so petty. He was just reading. He was like, honestly, he's like, if you don't want to fight me, it just shows that you're a wuss. And just like, it was like something along the lines of that. But I'm just like, man, shut the hell up. Like, what's wrong with you?
Why do people want to fight?
And then I don't even know, man. Like, it's just like it's just like a new trend for like celebrity like BS.
Well, because if they get paid, it's legal, right?
Well, yeah, because that's exactly because he's like adding at Dana White, UFC. He's like, hey, host this, we'll fight, because like it's the same concept of like the WWE fighters transitioning over into UFC. First, you have your Brock Lesnar, but like, this guy's like a big ass guy. Like, he could fight. Like, he can hold his own. Like, he fought like Cain Velasquez and all that as well. Like, actual like champions, and he beat the hell out of them. And like, he was like a fighter and everything too, leading up to like.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar, didn't he like do that before anyways? Like, pretty much. Yeah.
He just kind of wrestled in a sense. I'm not sure where he got with it. Like, if it was like Olympic level or whatever.
I know he was like a gold medal. Like, he was like the best in college.
Oh yeah.
He was like all state.
Yeah. He was doing like all state and all that as well. But like, he used to heavily do it, but I don't think he went anywhere after that. Then he got into the whole bodybuilding and everything, and then he got endorsed and went into like WWE.
Well, he was in football too for a bit. He was in the NFL for like a year.
Oh yeah, it was like a fail career, like a majority of the other wrestlers. Because the same thing with like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. Like, he used to do like
that
football,
guy's great.
but he got like fired within like, I don't even know, like the first term he got let go. Like, they didn't want him anymore.
Really?
Yeah. So like, his contract and everything went done, and like, he was just all like depressed and everything. Then look
what ended up happening.
Yeah.
Man. He's like one of the most electrifying people in sports entertainment history.
Electrifying man in sports entertainment.
I was trying to be gender neutral.
Oh,
he's actually the highest paid actor.
Oh yeah,
Is he?
Yeah, he has that.
Wait, who was the highest paid actor before him? Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Oh, okay. I was about to say like
Dwayne Johnson.
What? Who?
The Rock.
Oh, that's what I said.
It's the same guy.
Yeah,
I don't even know who would be the highest paid. I would probably assume like Robert Downey Jr. Man, like that guy.
Really,
dude. Like, yeah, like he.
Okay.
It was kind of nice because I remember reading an article talking about how much he got paid to do like the Avenger movies and everything too, and like they were gonna like cut the cast and everything too. And he's like, man, like he divvied it out of his own pocket of his pay just to pay the cast too. He's like, man, like share the wealth and everything. Like, why the hell am I getting paid this much? Like, I don't need all this. So he started actually paying like all the actual like other castmates and like the crew and everything too, like out of his own pocket and everything.
Yeah, it's cool. Like, you ever read about like celebrities? Like, wow, this celebrity is like incredibly difficult to work with.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then like
I heard of.
There's like both sides of that too. Like, some celebrities are like stupid easy to work with, and like it's just like, oh, I love working with these guys.
One of my favorite ones was like I don't know if you ever seen it. It was like Evening with Kevin Smith, and he kind of went on this big whole.
Oh yeah, Kevin Smith.
Yeah, he went on this like the whole tyrant of like working with like Bruce Willis and everything. And it was just the funniest homage that he actually kind of portrayed. Is like he was the most like like fun, but the worst to ever work with.
Really?
It's just because it was just like his attitude towards everything too, and like cause like he's Bruce Willis, and I think he was doing a scene like on one of the Die Hards. Was it like Die Hard 4 or something like that he played? He played like
Kevin Smith,
the Warlock. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like his character he played, and he was supposed to like this scene was all supposed to kind of come together and explain the whole situation of what's going on versus the good guy versus Willis's character, and then like he just kept kind of like prolonging the story, and like the whole thing just didn't make sense at the end. And then it was up to like Kevin Smith to kind of rewrite the script for like free, and then just kind of get it all submitted back over to like I think it was like Warner Brothers or something like that who was hosting it or doing the video itself. I don't know. And so, but apparently like it was just difficult in a sense just because like he had his own little entourage and everything that was right or wrong. It's like it's always his way or you're wrong. Yeah. But I don't know. Overall, he said it was a great experience for him. But yeah. Would you ever fight Justin Bieber?
Oh yeah.
How would you feel about that?
I feel like he would beat me up.
Well, he's only, I think he said like he's like 5'9", 140 pounds, 150
Seriously?
pounds. Yeah,
he's
really,
pretty like muscular though. Like Justin Bieber's pretty built. Like, hey, did you see? Okay, so one thing that I thought was hilarious about like Justin Bieber's muscles, right? You see the Calvin Klein ads?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. So did you see like what they did? They like
the enhancement?
Like pumped him up. Yeah. I saw those like the pictures or whatever, and I'm like, damn, Justin Bieber is jacked. Yeah. But then see, and then like what was it? Who was it? Like the photographer, the graphic designer. Somebody released the pre-edit photos.
Oh my God!
It was like
skinny little kid.
He's just like this little ratty kid.
Yeah, because like he was like 16 or something like that at the time.
No,
like, he was obviously like older, but he had like a body of a 16-year-old boy.
There there's that. Little teen stash.
It was like really the little like dirty stash he got going on for a while.
Yeah, they photoshopped that out. They took the Photoshop off, and he loses like 50 pounds of muscle, and he's just got this little rat stash.
It's a little like pencil line across.
Yeah.
I
must ask you a question.
I have to see the. I have to see the before like pre-edit and all that as well, just to get a good laugh out of it.
It's hilarious.
But yeah, so the main thing that even kind of stood off too with it, because I guess like they were saying like Tom Cruise even averages around I don't even know like 140 to close to about 160 depending on off seasons and everything when he's not shooting movies, but predominantly he's always like fit. And then I don't know if you know the guy, he was like the world's like the first like champ in the UFC history, Conor McGregor. Yeah. So he even jumped in to pay his little homage as well because like he's not really in the spotlight anymore just because he doesn't really fight. He's just too busy advertising his Proper 12 whiskey drink,
talking shit.
Yeah, and that's pretty much it because like he got choked out and by Khabib Nurmagomedov and all that as well.
Oh yeah. Oh, I remember watching that. And that was an insane.
It was
fight.
A whole series because like it was like years leading up to it and like the
man. No, I watched the last one where
trial background and everything too.
Knocked him out.
Or like he like neck
nuts.
cranked him. Yeah. I guess made him tap or whatever, but besides that, Connor jumped in. He's like, "Oh yeah, let's I will actually host this with like sports entertainment and everything too." He's like, "Only if I get a chance to fight Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch, like actual Mark Wahlberg."
Oh really?
Yeah, so he called out Mark Wahlberg in this, and everyone's like, "Man, like, are you kidding me?"
That'd be fun. You know what? Mark Wahlberg seems like he would totally be down for it, just for fun, right?
Yeah.
He'd be like the kind of guy, there'd be like a huge brawl, get his ass kicked, everybody would fight and whatever, and then they'd all like shake hands and go out for a beer after.
Honestly, I think, because like if you ever watch like Conor McGregor, he has like next to no cardio. Like he's usually
well, that's why he lost against Khabib.
Exactly, like because like he's no after like I think it was like round 2, he was like he's always done. So if you can kind of stretch it out a little bit longer and keep him working, I'm pretty sure he can get gassed during it. But Mark Wahlberg, I'm not sure if like he's like a grappler or anything like that, because that's the only way that you're going to try to win.
I think he'd just have fun.
Yeah, but run around him for a little while, let him do some work, I guess. But he does have a killer left hand though. If that thing catches you, Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah.
So if like that thing catches you, like you're done. And like obviously this guy's been in the fighting business for the past like ever. Mm-hmm. Like I think I would actually fight him if I get to like bring out like a baseball bat or something like that. I'm calling you out right now. You heard it live.
Please buy our t-shirts.
please. And then we can remove the icon and put this.
Steve, that's going on a t-shirt.
Just right in the mainframe.
We're doing a photo shoot after this on one of the beds.
I'll sprout it. I'm just like...
Hi, your sweetie pie Stevies.
Hopefully not on the pillow that James over there is sitting on.
Oh yeah.
So the last thing I need is some pink eye.
You know what?
You need to change booster seat.
Yeah. My booster seat.
Yeah. Keep that away from my face, please.
I'm sitting on a pillow.
Way to sell them out.
Yeah, dude, that was a secret. Yo, you can't give away the secrets. We hired a professional. Somebody came and set this up for us. We have no idea.
Well, you can happily edit it out, but I will know.
We'll know.
Oh man, I was trying to make sure that the pillow didn't like catch into the corner of the screen or something.
He's just like tucking it under.
Yep.
But I don't know, man. Like the whole concept of everything too about dealing with it, like it's silly in a sense to me to even think about how like now they bring it. It's like the same thing with like
the last one, the YouTuber who got like called out by like a fighter and then they both fought. And then
is that one of those like the Logan Paul brothers or something like that?
Yeah,
versus KCI or something.
KCI.
Like that.
Yeah, I don't even know who the hell that is.
It was just some random guy that they made up this beef, and honestly, like it did really well for like sales and everything. Like it was like up to there with like UFC numbers. Mm-hmm. Like they made a killing off of it, especially like everyone who was involved with it.
It was just so random though.
Yeah.
There was like no point to it at all.
I don't know. It's just kind of exciting. It's kind of like what they're calling like YouTube drama and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like YouTube drama. Take it to the UFC. Yeah. Man, the UFC is like rolling in money. Like,
just because like with the amount of like I don't know, people just like to watch people fight. That's always been a thing.
Yeah,
like I like it. It
was so fun, man. The last fight that I went to, we rolled into my boy's pizza place that he just opened up.
Okay,
and we go in there, pick up our pizza. We pre-ordered it, right? We go in. He's got the fight on the TV. And I'm like, oh, what the hell?
Yeah.
So we sit down. We're like, yeah, we're going to eat this pizza here. And like 2 hours later, we're freaking like just eating pizza, watching this fight. Like we just planned on like getting a pizza going home.
That's honestly how it is.
We were there.
Like,
it was like,
it like draws you in.
Yeah, I know. It was a good fight.
Yeah.
That was like so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that's how it is. Like no matter what, because I remember before even being at like bars and stuff like that, I got invited to like miscellaneous people's like parties. Come
people
out. And
always are like, hey, we're renting the UFC fight or whatever.
I think it was like my friend's like birthday or something like that, and like I didn't really know him too well, and like I don't know, like it was like whatever. He's like, yeah, come out, have some drinks and everything. I was like, well, I don't really drink, but or I'll come out and socialize with you guys. And I literally just kind of like walked off and just like sat there in front of the TV watching like Tony Ferguson fight or something like that. I was
Tony
like,
Stark.
right. No, it's Tony Ferguson. He's
Tony Stark.
Impeccable fighter. Impeccable lightweight. Oh, I want to toot my own horn, but toot, motherfucker. Shut up. That's funny. Fuck you guys.
Christmas is on my mind.
Hey, Shane. If I paid you $1,000, would you use a flip phone?
For how long?
About a week.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah?
Bro, I would. If you paid me $1,000, I'd just leave my phone at home for a week. Nobody'd be able to contact me.
What about your social media? What about your plugs?
No.
Can I use my laptop?
No. Well, it's just basically your cellular phone.
I don't even need that. As long as I can edit a video, sure.
So basically there's this company out in Utah, basically, which is kind of funny. They're actually trying to pay their employees to kind of get off their smartphones for a little while. I'm not sure if like what type of phones they actually have. Can you imagine if they're like Huawei's or whatnot? Huawei's? Is it Huawei's?
Imagine going from like that new Samsung tablet phone.
The foldy one?
Yeah, to a flip phone. Wait, is that the type of flip phone they're talking about?
Well, it's just like a normal flip phone, like back in the day, you know, how like the early 90s, I guess. Mm-hmm. But honestly, yeah, like I was saying before, man, like I would definitely be rocking my Crazer if I still had it. The only thing is like the texting though would be a kind of a bitch.
Oh yeah, see, but I would just like not text people. I'd be like,
no one texts me to begin with, so you know, it's
I'd be like, okay,
C,
the letters C U
or just have like
L8 ER.
Oh my god, just like number spell. Even dealing with it,
I'd basically get rid of all vowels and most consonants.
Well, you can also set up like those little like macro keys and everything too. So it's like you kind of have like a pretext already. You just like type in one letter and it's like, oh, it's a whole sentence.
I would just start calling people more, to be honest. So? If it was a hassle to text people, because texting is so fast now, right?
Yeah.
I would just call people, and then like if they didn't answer, I'd just leave a bunch of voicemail messages.
Gotcha. Well, because like I guess
that'd be
like
so annoying. Imagine I called you every time I need to talk to you.
No, it wouldn't be too bad. Yeah. I'll actually feel like popular.
Your phone would be ringing. You'd be like, "Hello, hang on, I got to take this." Hello,
sorry guys.
Oh,
but even then, I guess I'm paying like $100 for like my data plan.
Seriously?
And all I do is just like.
What kind of data plan do you have?
All I do is just watch and look at memes all day.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's $100 for memes.
What, dude? I pay $50 a month, and I think I have more data than you.
Now that's putting a price on freedom. But yeah,
those
I don't know.
memes
Like,
paid off, worth $100.
Exactly. All my
Steve
material
gets, like,
I got
one
here,
joke an episode
all
for
my
these memes.
all my material is coming straight from raw sources of memes. Hashtag
God.
Reddit. Hashtag Imager. Hashtag at me.
Where does he learn these things? He's like,
Murph, do you even know your like Twitter handle? That's,
Yeah, man. It's oh my god, it's a great one. It's at your boy Murphy,
oh my God.
and it's spelled exactly the way it sounds, with a Y-A.
Steve
B-O-I.
spends $100 a month on memes, and he has absolutely no idea what is going on.
That's like the 10th layer of the internet for me. Okay, you have to kind of like go through archives and figure out everything about like the meme origins and
Oh my
everything.
God, he's peeling through the onion here.
That's what we have to do, man. But yeah. So like, main company here, man, dropping $1,000 for an employees per employee, whether they give up their actual cell phone.
Wait, it's only
usage itself.
employees?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
that's
like a smaller company and everything too. But I guess like all of their employees have like their own standardized cell. So I don't know if they're just like utilizing way too much like data plan, because like when I guess like your company pays for your cell phone, they're essentially paying your overfee charges, your overall, all of that, unless it's defined in your contract that you have a limitation. But ideally, they're paying for everything that you're using that cell phone for.
they probably have it like a set limit though. Like if it's like something like that.
Yeah, maybe that would be reasonable
Yeah.
to say. But a majority of like, let's say like decent.
If the company's smart.
yeah. There's like a lot of decent cellular plans here in like, I guess like Canada. The lowest you're gonna find is like with a decent company, shall I say? It's like it's gonna be like close to $100 for something decent. With like you get a good majority about gigs and all that as well with it. Yeah, I don't know. Like this kind of I don't know. It's kind of interesting. Like I would definitely, if they paid for like my Motorola Crazer again, I would definitely rock that. I had the Red Series.
Well, you see, they re-released like a new flip phone that's like a modern take on it. Like the typing is all the same and everything like that.
Really?
But like, you can like check your email easily. Like it's basically like one of the old phones with like a modern GPU GUI.
So okay,
and like it has what does it have? It basically it has like everything you'd expect on like one of these phones, right?
Yeah.
Like a modern phone, but it's just got like a little screen. It's got buttons. It's like kind of like a little bit more analog.
Yeah.
But like all the stuff is still on there, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would totally use it. I miss my candy bar phone.
Maybe.
Like I love having an iPhone and stuff, but like imagine you got rid of all those distractions all day, every day.
Yeah.
And you just liked the phone that you had. It looked cool. It was functional, but like you didn't feel the need to be on it all the time.
I thought like BlackBerry tried to introduce something like that again, just kind of get back into the game, where it's just like, oh, they have this like signature flip phone again. Like that's kind of like the old school, like the tourney style or whatever. Like, so I believe that was like one of like a very popular one. Then it lasted for about a week, and then
it was terrible.
And I never heard anything
absolutely
after
terrible.
that.
It looked like a little like makeup mirror thing. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
That okay. So I actually know a couple people who had it.
Yeah.
Hey, okay. So like when you use a modern cell phone, like it makes sense, like the proportions, right? Like the speaker or the like the earpiece goes on your ear, and then the microphones pick up your voice, right?
Okay.
But like this phone, it like didn't fold flat or anything like that when you opened it, so it was kind of like a little bit triangular shaped, and then like it was really small, so like when you put it on your head, like the microphone kind of like went into your cheek.
Oh, so it's like
it was like
muffled.
Yeah, it was always like muffles and stuff. It was like the most garbage, like poorly thought out phone that I've ever seen. I can't believe like somebody actually bought that, because like to buy that kind of phone, you'd have to like see it in a commercial, think it was cool, and not do any research whatsoever, and then just go and buy it. Like just put a blindfold on and walk into the store and like, I want this one, and they're like, are you serious? Okay.
Talking about like rambunctious purchases and buys, man. That's really, I don't know. Like it's weird. I don't even know what to say. I can't believe
people actually did that. Oh my God. Plus, like back in ye old times, it's so much easier to get a phone now.
Okay.
But like back in ye old times, like you needed to like every time you get a phone, you had to like run a credit check.
Yeah.
You had to sign a contract. Like you getting out of a store without signing up with a contract or something with a phone was like near impossible, right? Whereas like now everything is kind of geared towards like, okay, well, we'll give you a bit of a discount, or here's the plan and here's the price of the phone, right? Like they kind of changed around the pricing structure, and it makes a lot more sense now. Plus, you can also just like easily get a phone in your pocket now.
Okay.
And so yeah, like it was so much effort to get one of those phones out of the store, and people still did it.
Wow.
Probably the worst phone I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was gonna say talk about like a salesman. Like if you can actually sell that, that should be like the trial and tribulation of like if you can sell this phone, you can become.
We'll give you $1,000.
There you go. We'll give you $1,000.
Yeah, no.
Nice little commission bonus.
Yeah, those phones are terrible.
But man, yeah, like I don't know. Just imagine how much like I don't know. Like is that like kind of like an age gap? Because guaranteed, like if you kind of give myself like I was like I'll give you $1,000 not to like play with this like iPhone. I'm like deal. I just won't have a phone at all. Like it's 100% fine with me. But if it's like let's say.
Yeah, James. What would you take $1,000 to like not have a phone for a week?
Is that doable?
Yes, I'd probably do it for like 200. Like I think that like
what?
Would be my
this guy's so cheap.
Really?
Well, he helps us out for a quarter. So
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, what would be like your lowest number though? Like for a week?
To be honest, like again, like I don't know. Every time we ask these questions, I'm like, yeah, I'd probably do it for free. Like honestly, I was thinking about this month, like just so like, what my idea for this month was I was going to leave my phone on a charger.
Yeah.
And like almost like use my cell phone as if it was a corded phone.
Oh, wow.
And have like a 2-meter charger cable on it and just leave it on my desk.
Isn't that where like a lot of people kind of do with like self-cleansing type situation where it's just like, okay, I'm going to stay away from like my internet, social medias for like a week and I'll come back to it or something like that, or like a month or something like that they usually do.
It's my, I don't have a problem like with like social media and stuff like being on it too much or whatever. Like I'm not like too big into that.
Okay.
I'm not like, I wasn't thinking about like blocking myself from doing that. What I was thinking though was just like leaving my phone on the charger. Just so
limitations.
Like it's not even about like my attention span or anything. Like I don't think I'm super bad with like being on my phone when I shouldn't be and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I think just like I'm too accessible.
Okay.
And like I remember being like a child when I wasn't as accessible, when like if I wanted to be accessible I had to like make myself accessible rather than like being accessible all the time. Like if I was expecting a phone call, then I was sitting next to the phone, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like now if I don't expect a phone call and I get phone calls that I don't want, or like people text me and I reply immediately, or like I do this or I do that. But like I don't know, imagine what it would be like if you had like none of that like social pressure to have your phone on you and to reply all the time, right? You could just set up like a tweet or something, or like a Facebook post or whatever saying, hey, I don't have my phone on me, I probably have late replies this month or week or however long I do it, and then just I don't know, I wonder how that would work. I wonder what kind of like cleanse, because like at least for us, like you know, I don't know what it's like to be my age and not be immediately accessible to anybody who's looking for me.
Well, I think that's the key problem there is you're too social. Too social. You have too many people, man. Too many friends. Like I have like one. I'm just like
I'm jealous of one.
I'm just like, oh hey, look. I was like, oh, someone's texting me, and it's Shane.
Yeah, we're like I'm blowing up your phone all the time.
He's like, get your ass over here. We're doing some recording.
Wait, we're doing a recording today?
Oh,
yeah, dude, we planned this out a week ago. What? All right. Are you sure? What are we talking about? What was I supposed to do?
But I don't know. Because as far as it goes, I don't know. Like, I don't think it would really bother me. And like, I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm just so used to it. Like, I literally got like my first cellular device when I was like 20 or something like that. Mm-hmm. It's only been what, like 9 years.
I got mine when I was like much later than I think people get them now. I think I was like maybe 17 or 18. Oh yeah. And I didn't even buy it. So we had a store where like they would bring in old phones to recycle them. Yeah. And like, you'd look in there,
grab one.
Everything was fine. These people would be bringing in these phones, and like you remember when you used to be able to take the battery out of the phone? Yeah. Well, the battery would be dead, and I worked at a store that sold batteries, so we could order right from the manufacturer, and they were cheap. Like you pay $79.99 for a battery, but we ordered it for like $10-$20.
Was it like the reusable, like recycle phones type, where they just kind of like throw it in there and that's it? Like, because you know how they used to have like bins in the stores where it's recycle your old cellular device.
That's it. That's what it was. But like, when I worked at that store at like 17, like there's this phone that cost like $200-$300. Yeah. And like there's nothing wrong with it. It looked brand new. Yeah. All I had to do for it was buy a charger and a battery, and then bam, I was good to go.
Damn, can you imagine like just someone has like that's like someone that's like throwing away like one of those like I guess like one of like the newest iPhones that just kind of came out. And it's like
people do that all the time.
Like, what am I going to do with it?
When you go into like a Telus store or Bell Rogers, they ask you if you want to recycle your old phone. And what? Like old people do this.
Oh my god, dude!
They just like the salesperson will be like, "Do you want to recycle your old phone?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure." And you know the new iPhone XR just came out. So how much you want to bet that there's like 60 to 80-year-old people who are just handing over like an iPhone 10, which is still worth like $500, $600, like, $800, $1,000. And they just hand it over like, yeah, you can recycle it for me. And they just put it in their pocket. They're like, hey, yeah, delete it, get off your iCloud stuff, and we'll take care of it for you. And then meanwhile, these employees are going around selling it on Kijiji.
That's exactly
for
like
a huge profit for nothing.
Such a scam, man. Like, I remember having my friend do that too. Like, I don't even know. Like, he returned like one of his. I think it was like when the 8 first came out. And they had the other one, which was like a 6S or something like that. And so they took it back in. Like the phone itself was still worth like $800 or something like that. And they're like, "Oh, we'll give you $250 for it if you exchange it." They're like, so they was like, "Yeah, sure, sounds like a fair deal." I'm like, "Are you kidding? You should have just bought the thing like outright, then just like went on Kijiji or like anything else. Like it's like, hey, I got a phone here. You could even like sell it for $600, and like people would buy it because it was like still brand new. Like it still had the wrappers and everything on it.
Oh wow!
Like hands down, people were just like, "Oh yeah, I'll buy it for sure." And then like I was like, man, it's such a scam too. I was just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's really shiesty, really shiesty.
It's pretty shitty how that happens.
Yeah. It's just
but like do they have anybody else to give it to and whatnot?
Yeah.
Like I just wish that it wasn't a scam as much as it was like, hey, do you want to do this? This is what we're gonna do. We're going to take this and sell it, but you don't have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. I don't know.
It's under the guise of recycling, right?
And like, it just kind of like irritates you just because like, like the worth of value of specifics.
These people need grandchildren to help them.
That's exactly like, the worth of value of like specific like items and objects and such like that. And then when you get like lowballed by somebody who's just like trying to take advantage of individuals, and like you just sit there like, this son of a bitch.
Oh yeah,
like I don't know, like it's just
that reminds me, man. Selling cell phones
is
is like so annoying. Have you ever had to sell like a X flagship phone on Kijiji?
Man, I haven't.
No, you haven't actually.
No, I was gonna say like I haven't had to sell anything besides this ass.
Oh my god,
gotta make that living somehow.
Hashtag diss ass at me. Hashtag. Yeah.
You want to know why it burns when I pee? Cause this pussy's hot.
Holy crap!
That or it's a bad case.
My God,
of STIs.
we've been recording for like an hour now, and that energy drink
it's starting to kick in.
He had it at like 4:00 today. He has like a emergency release system in there, and he just pushed the button and it's gone.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
I'm surprised it's not his bedtime yet.
Oh, he's about to crash.
We
gotta carry all this shit out of here.
Decline.
Still.
Oh yeah, it's
your Steve Decline.
Yeah, it's Steve Decline. Just throw it on my back. I'll be more than happy to carry it out.
Yeah, weird. I wonder.
Let's call that one girl who helped you carry everything. They're like, bring it, Charlie. We need you.
Nah,
we're moving sets.
You know what's kind of crazy? Like anybody looking in from outside right now, like there's some bright ass lights shining out the window.
We're probably just like luminescent. You look out and just see like your little like bat symbol out there, and just see our damn faces out there.
Yeah. Oh, weird. Yeah, I wonder if this is like at least rate, comment, and subscribe. Yes. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Anyways,
shameless.
It's nice chatting with you boys.
Yeah, like always, man. It's always been a pleasure. Until next time.
Bye.
Oh my God, James, you have
what the hell is that on your nose?
On your nose?
How long has that been there? Like that little gunk or powder they put on it with like the little resin.
He's like, oh, I won $5. Scratch and sniff.
Running hot.
Yeah,
I did won $5 though.
Like, how much do you think that water was worth for the amount of work that went into it?
Oh yeah, man.
We had to like kill 5 animals to like feed James enough to go on that journey. We had to like send him off. We sent him off with our hiking equipment, and
it was so funny too, just because we were like checking our phones and like looking at Discord, like what the hell is this guy? Like it shouldn't have taken this long.
Next time we gotta send him with like a GoPro with like a live stream.
Oh
on
my God,
yeah,
keep like a tracker on him, little GPS track.
Yeah,
and see if he's like it shows that he's not even in the same building.
Like James' GPS thing's going off. You got like the little shocker and get a notification on my phone like danger, your dog has escaped. What? James, get back here. Bad.
Zoom in. He's at our local strip club. Like, damn it, James.
He comes back and his entire nose is silver, and he's like, I stopped at a convenience store and got scratchy tickets. How, man, I don't even know how that happened. Like, I've been looking at you the whole time. Yeah. Meanwhile, this guy's over here snorting. What is it, like the dust?
Like the resin or whatever, like the little scratchy powder.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I don't even know what we would call it. Powder, dusty.
Why you
powder.
guys put this down and go play blackjack again? So text me when you're done.
Play some text Poland when we get down there.
You can text us at Hotline Hangout on Twitter.
Text us.
Hashtag. We're also on Instagram at Hotline Hangout Podcast. And you can also send us an email at hotlinehangout@gmail.com. And
GoDaddy hasn't got back to us yet.
GoDaddy hasn't got back.
Still
I was actually trying to find
GoDaddy.
a domain. I was like thinking like hotlinehang.out.
Jesus.
But out isn't like a suffix. Like what's the end of it? You can't do .out.
So
you can do like
let me just stop you right there. So that's
you can't do .pod.
That's your main concern about that tag, hotline hang
.out. Like instead of putting hotlinehangout.com, it could just be like hotlinehang.out.
I'm not gonna like disagree with you, but that does sound very adulty in the mail industry adulty type.
Anyways, boys, it's been nice chatting with you.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure.
Bye. Thank you for listening to another episode of Hotline Hangout. My name is Roxy.
I'm Dante.
I don't have a good name. I'm not good on the spot.
What, you thought of it last time?
What? Yeah.
Ah, well.
Yeah.
Well, that's too bad. We tried. All right. Peace out.
At me.